Unraveling the mystery of China's remaining women. Have you ever imagined walking through the market looking for something ordinary, but instead of finding fruits or vegetables, you come across an intriguing scene, a market full of single women desperately searching for a partner? Welcome to the reality for millions of people in China today, where the paradoxical spare women crisis is unfolding. In the Chinese setting, a simple walk reveals derogatory labels such as "shenu" and derisive descriptions such as being an orange at the bottom of the basket. And while the one-child policy, which was in effect until 2016, resonates with a gender imbalance, the ancestral preference for sons as heirs to wealth and caregivers in old age persists. However, as traditions clash with contemporaneity, fascinating contradictions emerge. The shift in relationship norms, driven by women choosing to focus on education and careers, redefines what it means to be a modern woman in China. And as if that weren't enough, the mass migration of women to urban areas creates challenges in rural regions where parents, in a desperate act, expose intimate details of their children in marriage markets. But is this women-left narrative really a social crisis or a strategy for the thriving marriage and dating market valued at more than $300 million annually? Let's explore these contradictions, unravel the sociocultural landscape, and understand why, despite the challenges, women's rights activists in China continue to fight for justice and equality. Stay with us on this intriguing dive into the heart of modern China. Leftover women in China. In the complexity of Chinese social relations, an intriguing term emerges: surplus woman. It may seem like an innocent expression at first glance, but in Chinese reality, this designation carries considerable social weight. The spare woman is actually a reference to single women over the age of 27. Not only do they face typical societal pressure to get married, but they are also the target of derogatory labels such as "shenu" in Mandarin or the curious analogy of leftover oranges in Cantonese. These terms not only delineate your marital status, but also carry with them a burden of cultural disapproval. But why does this pressure exist? To understand, we need to go back in time to the one-child policy in China. One-child policy echoes. In 1979, China implemented a radical policy that reverberates to this day, shaping gender dynamics in surprising ways. The one-child policy, in effect until 2016, resulted in a gender imbalance, with approximately 104.7 men for every 100 women. But why does this preference persist? The answer is rooted in traditional beliefs about children as heirs of wealth and caregivers in old age. Now, how does this affect relationship norms in modern China? Changing dating norms. With the foundations laid, we enter a territory of social change and ever-evolving relationship norms. In modern China, women are challenging traditional norms. The emphasis on education and career has led to a delay in marriage, challenging the idea that women should prioritize marriage and family. However, these changes are not only occurring in people's minds, but also in landscapes, especially in rural areas of China. Let's explore this. Rural-urban migration challenges. The field is facing a dramatic transformation as women seek better opportunities in urban areas. While women seek new economic horizons in cities, men in rural areas face challenges in attracting partners. And, incredibly, some parents are going to extreme lengths to solve this problem. This complicated situation leads us to question whether there is a reason beyond the social, something deeper feeding this narrative of women left. Could it be a strategy of the thriving wedding industry? Thriving wedding and dating industry. As we explore this intriguing possibility, another question arises: to what extent is the wedding and dating industry involved in this scenario? With a market estimated at more than $300 million per year, there is speculation that the spare woman label may be a marketing strategy. And yet, women's rights activists continue to fight for justice and equality. In this in-depth exploration of the reality of left women in China, we discover that this term goes beyond a simple social label. It is a complex manifestation intertwined with the history of the one-child policy, dynamic social changes, and the influence of the thriving wedding industry. The pressures faced by these women reflect the interplay between tradition, cultural evolution, and commercial interests. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more cultural insights. Until the next journey.